I'm going to walk you through how to create a very streamlined lead submission form in Facebook. So where you would do this is you would actually go to your Facebook page, not the ad manager, and then go to Publishing Tools. Within Publishing Tools, you want to hit these three bars here that says More Tools. And we're going to go to the instant forms. So these are the lead capture forms that are native to Facebook. You can see here that I have two different forms. The more advanced form is this one. So we have a little preview of what the form looks like, and I just want to explain the logic behind this. So typically when people create a lead gen form like this, they might say free demo or free consultation. What I'm doing with the copywriting here is I'm saying you're getting a free demo for co-working space managers. So because I'm explicitly targeting these people, I'm saying that this is something that's been somewhat customized or personalized to you. This is not just some generic thing. And because it seems more special, people are more likely to convert and actually follow through with submitting the form. And I say here, our CEO will personally show you how to automate your co-working management. So the other thing that I'm doing here is I'm selling the offer. I'm talking about the benefits of the offer, which is the demo. And the benefit here is that you're going to learn how to automate. And that's one of the critical things to direct response marketing is talk about the benefits of the free trial, the free demo, the free consultation, rather than just talking about the benefits of the product itself. So this is the first stage that the prospect will see on Facebook. And we'll see what the second stage is here. So I've selected the option for getting high volume. So what Facebook will do is when you say that you want high volume, they're going to go with a very minimalist form. And here it's just asking for email and full name, but you could customize this. You could ask for phone number or something like that. I don't recommend that because I think to some extent phone numbers are a bit archaic with people using Zoom, Google Meet, Microsoft Teams. So I wouldn't force people to provide a phone number. If you do want to get more qualified leads, I would probably ask for different information, perhaps some company details or some idea of what they're looking for in a product. And then they're brought to the terms and conditions and the privacy, etc. At this point, they're actually going to submit the form. And if you've integrated this with your CRM, that information will get populated into Salesforce or Copper or whatever system that you're using. Now, the part that a lot of people miss is the next stage. So this is your opportunity to drive a second call to action. This is one of the biggest benefits of lead generation campaigns within social media advertisements is not only do you capture their information, but after you capture it, you can drive them to a second step. So one of the biggest issues that I see with lead generation campaigns is people will request demos, request consultations, but then they never actually end up showing up to the meeting with the salesperson or with the consultant. So what I'm doing here is I'm telling people that they can schedule their 15-minute co-working automation demo by clicking this blue button here. And what that blue button is going to do is it's actually going to go to a calendar. Now, in this case, it's going to a calendar in Copper. In your case, that could be a HubSpot scheduler, it could be Calendly, it could be any one of those scheduling automation programs. And I'm saying, please click the blue button to book time with our CEO to walk you through how to automate your co-working space management. Again, I'm not just using generic lingo. I'm not just saying schedule your demo. I'm adding some details here. It's that you're actually going to get to have a one-on-one conversation with the CEO who's going to walk you through the benefit of automating your co-working space management. So it's not just appealing to everyone, it's appealing specifically to you. And then when they click this, they're going to be brought to the scheduler. So what this is going to do is it's going to help streamline the transition from an MQL, a marketing qualified lead, somebody requesting a demo, to an SQL, which is an actual meaningful conversation with the salesperson. Now, for most of you, this is what you're likely going to want to do. However, in some cases, what you may want to do instead is just drive people to your website or to an industry-specific landing page, and that's fine. You could change this call to action to say, maybe watch this video or check out this page or whatever you want to do. But assuming that this is what you're doing, it's going to be very important to have a smooth transition to the sales team when they follow up with this prospect. And a big mistake that I often see is that when people follow up, they'll say something like, "Hi, I'm from X company. Do you have time, in the next few days for your demo or your consultation or whatever?" Now, the problem is that when you're doing outbound advertising through something like Facebook, the level of familiarity and the memory of the prospects is actually very, very low. So they are not going to remember your brand name. So reminding them what company you're from is probably not going to resonate with them. And in a lot of cases, they don't actually even remember filling out the form, believe it or not. This happens time and time again. I've consulted for tons of companies. So what you need to do is in the follow-up email is you need to remind them about why you're reaching out. So, hey, we saw that you requested a co-working automation demo on Facebook. I'm reaching out to see if you're still interested. If you ask a question like that, you're more likely to actually get a reply. And then what I would do is I would give them the option to schedule, because people filling out this particular scheduler is probably only going to be, maybe 30%, hopefully 50% of people will actually do it. But then when you encourage them to do it in the follow-up email, the overall percentage of people that are going to become SQLs will be much higher. The other thing in that email is focus on the benefits, the value proposition. Don't focus on your brand name, because what people are doing is they're trying to extract value. So you need to have some empathy and focus on the value rather than focus on your brand name. Now, if you have a very established brand name and you've done a lot of brand awareness marketing, which you can do through advertising on Facebook, that's great. You can talk about your brand name, if you represent Zoom or Microsoft. But chances are, if you're working at like a small or mid-sized company, people aren't going to know who you are. So you need to remind them of what it is that you actually do.